So this is in the fire areas that are burnt through. We're on Knoxville Road. And what you're looking at, these white patches are where trees were. And it burned so completely that there's just a silhouette of their white ash, just the purest nitrogen. White marks are. See that? Those are trees that fell down and then burnt on the ground. So we are in California. This is the Knoxville Berryessa Road. This is the edge of what was called the county fire. Stretches all along here, massive thousands and thousands and thousands of acres all along here. This is the town site of Zem Zem. It literally came this close. If you can see, it burnt to this roadside. It didn't jump anywhere along it. This was the break for, I don't know how far this goes. Here where they were prepared to, these are their bulldozer marks in case it had burnt all the way over. And this flat area here, you can actually start to see the trees. These are the Osage oranges is the name of these, and they're huge specimens. You can see the walnuts and the stuff that marked the edge of their fields. And this whole flat area was where the house and the hotel and her gardens and everything were that you see in the description. These are the Osage oranges. There's one last little fruit sticking on there.
Oh no, there's a couple of big ones. Look at that. Big fruit.
Oh yeah.
See them up in there?
Oh yeah.
A couple of fat ones.
So we're here with Arron from when we were checking out the mine video last, I think. And this is in a previous video when you were here with me. We went up here and saw the carved in sulfur, right? Sulfur Spring, 1935. And there's still water coming out of there. And then the staircase, see the poured cement? And that goes up, and up and up and up. Doing a little rock hounding. We had one of the viewers say that I had a geode in my hand when I was out here last time. It's definitely some crazy looking stuff. I could see how there could be geodes in this. Look at the
they're concretions.
Well yeah, but I mean, you know.
They're formed in mudstone. In like mud
fossils.
Mud pot volcanoes.
These no, I believe you, the mud fossils are following me around.
No, that's what that is, and it just gets a little bit more of an agatizing, you know, real hard water flows in through that clay mud, and it actually starts gluing it together like, I mean, stone. Yeah. But yeah, I think these are coming out of mud pots.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's their old fence line and stuff.
Yeah,
so
old wire.
this in the shots that I've seen is an actual pasture and stuff. And then she had her gardens, and I forget, there was an amount of manure that she required. So she was an avid gardener, one of the ladies that lived here and had, like, you know, notable. It ended up in the descriptions, like in between here and the actual house there. But this looks like what? Somebody was camping here for a while? Sure. This looks like people camp.
It was like homeless camping almost.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that at some point, before this became just a thicket, that it was a circle or an area of trees where you could...
There's your gates. And, yep, and these are these crazy huge Osage oranges. Look how big these puppies are. Yeah. So that's a massive tree. This one survived fires in the past. You can see how big these stumps are that are burnt out. And then if you look, there's tendrils of moss that have grown over to the charcoal. So it takes a while for moss to actually be living on the surface of a charcoal log. And there's the top of it that fell that way. So that was a massive tree. So these are her garden trees gone wild. That one burnt in half and then recovered. Pretty cool. And they're a little bit spiky, aren't they? Okay. Well, that's a detail. We have spikes, and the fires have been through here in the past. In my mouth. So this is probably the pastures and the line, if that's the old fence line.
But you can see that this area had a fire go through it already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The last time there was a fire out here.
So we're literally walking up to the house site. You know, the first main house, and they had them built all the way back into the canyon for about 3 miles. You know, hayfield after hayfield after.
You know the vegetation.
Yeah.
This,
look how tall the star thistle is on him.
This is this year's, and there's still a previous year's decaying down inside of that. So there's at least 3 to 4 years that this hasn't burned. And when you see that burnt fence post up against 4 years of fuel load,
yeah,
you know that it burnt 4 or 5 years or more back. And look, here it all is, 4 years of doing nothing, it's thistle again.
Yeah.
This thistle is here to stay.
There's nasty stuff too.
It's just tough to garden or work in as a plant. Fire. Fire works real good to control it. But you're only controlling it, you're not eradicating it.
So this is the mouth of the canyon that leads up to Zem Zem Falls. And out here, I guess, is where there's a house site that I was told about. I want to check this. Okay, I think we're actually located maybe a piece of the house here. Because my mom had come up here, my folks, and said that they located some front doorsteps. We got water pipe, and we got bricks, stones, more water pipe. This is a natural stone that you can see was probably a front steps. All kinds of flat stones and pipes and stuff out here. And brick. We got brick. So, they've been in the house. I know it's on this side of this fence, this end of the field, and it has this canyon in the background. And it makes sense because the photo was taken from above it, so it was from the top of that hill. So, okay, this is the house site. I tried to place it before, just by looking at the photograph and the location of the hills. This makes sense. Here's the oleander. Oh, that's official Zem Zem relic. Okay. Well, keep your eyes out for gold coins, people. Pretty cool. This is black walnut now, but it might have been, see the older, bigger tree base in there? These black walnuts are probably root shoots off of an English walnut. Look at this slab.
Flagstone over here, all over.
Look at this. Stand on there so I can get a shot at how big this front one is. I bet you this is
the water line.
I bet you this is a porch, a doorstep. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's insane. Now the picture that you'll see, that you'll get online when you look up Zem Zem, is taken from above. Look at this hill, Aaron. Up here. You can stand there and take a picture down on the house. I was trying to figure out, because they didn't have zoom lenses and I thought the house was back farther. What I had was this rock in the picture is what you'll see, and the rocks on this outcrop, but those stand out and you can place the house here. Now we have water pipes and everything, so this is the actual house, but it makes a lot more sense because you're close enough here to where you could climb up this little hill This is the creek that they had to cable stuff across in winter.
Did I get you to stand behind that for sure? Out of this.
No.
It didn't wash down here out of the creek.
No.
It's not. It's bigger than any of this geology is made of around here. So look at that interesting line of rocks that comes down off the hill.
There's some big stuff, but when in the picture, you know, that's how it let me line this up. But yeah, that answers so many questions, because I was like, it was like were they in a hot air balloon? What the heck, you know?
Just from a high point. They just
right there.
Hiked up and took a picture down of the whole spread.
And this is the right distance. There's two people on the porch here looking up at the hill going, in the picture, like, hi, you know.
Yeah, this is a big enough stone, and it's only sunk because the animals have caved out this side of it, so it's settled down to this side.
Right.
But this would have been sitting right as the first step on the front porch.
That's what I'm thinking.
The house was here, and here's the water line coming in from the front and going back. Then you got flagstone over there, so there's probably a doorway.
Brick, everything, dude. Come check this out.
There's a harrow.
And I mean, there's more square stone out here too. Look at these.
That's a hand. No, no, it's not. It's just the way that it breaks off. Yeah, it's a shaly stone. That's square though. That's deliberate.
Yeah.
What were they doing with that? Obviously, they were dragging it across the fields.
Yeah.
Smoothing out. Kicks up all the rocks.
It's just freaking awesome.
Tractor rake.
Yeah, and then that makes sense. There's the old stage road. They had to cable stuff across. There's where they would have just climbed up, taken the shot down. That's where the house stood.
30-06 shell.
Oh yeah.
06 rifle out here.
Hot lead flying around the grass, just what we need.
Ran straight across the front here, more straight, and probably could have been a barn or a house or another bunch of stuff. But you see the fence line just drops off. It just sucks off. So
right.
It went out further. This was part of this stepped up mud plain here.
Do you want to tell him he's right? He's right. Look over here. There's the pipes that ran out to the other structure. So yeah, it would have been a more maintained, smaller channel, and its delinquency since it's eroded everything away.
Just as steep of a cliff face over there.
Yeah.
It's just now it's eaten back. It'll do it.
But in between then, it'll probably eat all the history. And look how close we are to not just the fire, but look at the bulldozer line. So that's where the bulldozers were just here crossing the creek. See it over here? Oh, how old is this barbed wire? I found some. Oh, no joke. Holy moly, man trap. Ruthless. He's walking on, I'm like dying back here. It's a leg trap, dude!
But this guy came down this hill, he came over the top and kept scratching as he pushed down. He used it as a brake, but to get past that steep spot and see how that white patch is in there, he got into some downhill and where he can't really brake and it drops over, so he has to cut off to the side, and that's where he just went up and went for the road.
Let's see if any of these are geodes. Of course we didn't bring our hammers today. We're at work or somewhere. We were somewhere.
Leaf spring in the car.
Oh, dang.
Looks like an old Model A.
I wish you could metal detect this creek.
Oh, there's so much crap. They used to dump in the creek.
Yeah. Now look, it's cement. Rubble even here. That's man-made.
But you know what?
Person-made.
Where you needed lime and sand.
We got lime. I can see the lime.
All they had to do is crush this stuff. And in some places, all I had to do was grate it, just sift it out and get the big pieces out of it. They can make gravel roads and concrete.
So we're on public land. We are allowed to rockhound like crazy. We're allowed 20 pounds of this stuff today. Let's make them geodes. Right? And fossils. No, you know what? There is a lot of globular stuff. Globular. That's a word we're going to use. And it's looking crystallized. All we need is globular with hollowness, right? We're looking for hollow globies. Look at that. I bet you that's beautiful. It's like some rosy rose quartz. Okay.
Stuff between the serpentine, or it is, but it's a chunk of the stuff that normally fills in. So probably a jadeite, it's a softer.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure. It's
Yeah.
iron, sedimentary iron.
But cool looking.
More of that mud pot, volcanic mud pot makes me just think iron-rich mineral sediments bubbling up and then solidifying.
Insert sound effect here.
Yeah, and then a lot of this stuff just got pushed into the creek systems, and then it's all just been polished and tumbled. What's funny is a lot of what we're looking at has only been tumbled out 100 years ago. Before they did all this, there wasn't this much fine material in the creek beds. The creeks had already worked out their normal max flow, minimum flow, wear pattern. When they started just dumping tons of tailings directly into the creek, that starts changing the creek, especially when it starts lining itself with gravels, because then it's going to run flat, but at a same constant depth over a long run.
There's the water pipe that you'll see go all the way up in the hill, and it's even in the shots too.
Yeah.
It goes there and kind of janks up.
Oh yeah, I see.
And heads uphill and goes to some spring.
Yeah,
and
gravity.
It brought people up here from San Francisco on stagecoaches on a 4-day ride, you know.
Yeah, toughing it, going the old way, dude. Coming up all the way through Monticello from Sacramento, and coming all the way up into here. Yeah, see, that's more of that mud pot stuff.
Layered, even though it's square. Ooh.
But you know what?
What are you?
You know what you get with mud pots, Nate?
Opals.
Gold.
And gold.
And gold. And gold.
And relics.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Lever. It's a shift lever for one of those tractors.
Exactly.
Yep, like that to raise or lower the attachment.
Okay, we're gonna preserve that. We need our local, where's our perseverance tree? Right, we're gonna donate this up here to the Buckeye. Common metal detectors thing. We're not allowed to keep any relics from here, so I figure pull it out of the creek, deposit it somewhere more curated. Yeah.
In the ocean bottom is gonna pop
But these
out
are
the rock.
different than what I have over where these are. These aren't a bivalve that's flat. These are conical. Look at this one too. Oh, look at that. Look at the grain in that. That is so awesome.
Oh yeah, crystal
There's
structure.
anything in this creek. Look at this fossil though. So all of this mud pot stuff is going to be loaded.
This isn't even quartz. This is a softer mineral.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's some
like
sort
a
of
talc or
right. Look at the gypsum. Cool. Don't rub that in your skin too much.
nah.
But yeah, any of these, right? These are mud fossils. This could actually be a fossil of something.
Yeah, just concretions.
That's cool though. Come on.
Globules. There's stuff that's trapped in globules.
A piece of cable rock.
And then just
30 miles away. These are nice fossils. This is hard rock too. It's not flaky. Ooh, look at that.
It's a clam.
Damn. Look at the imprints. I like the acoustics on this stuff.
Very glassy.
Yeah. Very hard fossils coming out of it. Holy moly. Yeah, and it was fine mud, so it trapped prints and stuff. Like literally, I'm seeing...
Animal prints.
Yeah, you can find anything here. Plant prints. Prints of the mud on the mud. Ooh. I wish we had a little water. Some of these are just...
Jimmy, huh?
Gemmy. Yeah.
Over time and swirled around and polished out.
Canyon of fossils. Concrete mountain. Concrete creek. Well, actually, they already have one of those out here.
And it's not as tough as you think it is.
No, that's why I tell the kids not to climb on it.
Well, yeah.
That's why that one kid fell.
Hazard, but yeah, a lot of this is just a bunch of. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what would be a landslide that would have taken a lot of
There's so much of it, it's a layer. That's what I was saying.
It's a layer, but some of this is independent rock material that's been cemented together. These are smaller, round, independent.
It's almost geode like there, just not hollow. We're being beckoned upstream. So, we're gonna bypass what could be $1 million geodes here. Whoa.
Embedded in the creek, but just now being exposed, is burnt.
Oh yeah.
Burnt material. Now get this. That's a worked piece.
Oh yeah.
And that's not...
No, I haven't seen any native
there's no
drop of it either.
Pocket or a bunch of pieces.
Even the fleck would be out of place. And it's black, so we know it's from Glass Mountain.
Yeah.
That's not Clear Lake, which would be even closer.
And it's not bottle rock because there'd be a lot more air bubbles in it.
Bubbly and gray. And
No, this is really clean material. This is very gemmy black.
Glass Mountain. Right on.
Just makes me stop because the last time I went and found a piece like this, I stopped and...
Oh yeah. Dude.
It almost looks deliberate.
Almost does look deliberate because of how it's worn there. You see how like the drill almost goes up?
It rolls over the edge a little bit like somebody was getting in there and grinding on it with a stick or a post.
It actually does, and then it fits into my hand, and this actually, I'm like gripping onto it. I'm like, no, dude, this is like an agate thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a little more agate-like.
That's not.
That's more of a, it might have been a geode.
We were both thinking at first that there was a round rock that popped out of some of the mudstone, right? That's what I thought, but it doesn't look like that.
No, it's worn. I wonder, that could be a piece of rock that might have been the end of where the drill bit went into the rock. And then after it blasted and got into the creek here, this could have been just where that drill bit got in this deep.
Or I have a medicine bowl.
So cool. Well, it's a medicine bowl now.
Well, I have a medicine bowl that is almost that small. I call it a medicine bowl because what food would you ever make in it? But it was portable.
According to the old stories, is when they started to become mean to the native peoples. That the women went out to the village sites and the areas along the creeks where they knew that their stuff was. This is, they turned all their grinding stones upside down and they hid them by hiding them, making them look just like another rock in the creek. But they knew where they did that, and they could go back and get their medicine bowls and grinding bowls back later.
That's a cool little thing.
We're just doing a rockhound. I got enough of this side around the bend here. We'll come back another time. Are you using tips? But this big sandstone is going to be there the whole way.
Inside of bone.
Comes around this corner. See the big sandstone boulders here?
Look like I can make a blowgun.
Yeah, love bones. Be a cow. Be a calf.
Dark people hide in the bushes and wait for them to go by. Oh yeah, it could definitely flip sideways.
That's a very distinct.
Yeah, well look at the
chipping that was.
The chipping that went with it.
It's almost like before that was laid sideways, somebody started working on that to make a grinding spot.
Yep. Well, you know why they fall over, you know, boulders.
Full of water.
It erodes the eddy side, and it flops over, and it usually falls downhill, so.
I think that one right there was the beginning of a grinding rock.
Do you see that there's a couple other smaller divots here too? In a weird pattern?
Because there's a very central grinding hole, and then you can see where they were, after they got a hole in there, we're trying to chip it to make it a little bit larger.
You see these, they're kind of vague, but there's a little pattern of them. You know? That's pretty cool.
This was.
But you can see that that was chipped in a circle around a really.
That's what caught my eye, was the depth of this circle, and then the deliberate chipping out the next ring out around, and then would have been to wear it and chip it deeper.
For sure.
But
and look at the countertop to work on too.
So the creek has worn some of this since it's been down in here.
And we're looking at a lot of, well, yeah, the water probably comes up this high and smooths
look
it
at how that
yeah.
finger pattern.
That's what I was thinking.
Would
It's
have come
almost
over into here
artistic
probably.
or something, you know?
This.
Like while we're boring at it, it is. I like that.
Nice rock.
Well, look how it would have stuck out of the creek too. Probably sat up on that pedestal.
It sat up flat like a table for so long.
Yeah.
And they would have kept the creek from eroding it around, because that would have been a good little spot.
Yeah.
Probably had a nice grassy bench.
Well, look at it's at the mouth. Look at it's at the shady. They're about to go out in a wide sunny area under the oaks.
This thing's been doing this while it's been grinding this.
It has huge, big, flat slabs of the stuff, which we can also check. There's no other marks like that around here.
Now this is gonna.
Just kidding.
I'm talking about primitive, efficient clearing without having permits, without having any expense. There's no suppression budget.
Some more of that white. It's a layer of white, and it's super crystalline.
Everybody, there's a fire. Get out. And if they say,
Here's another layer. So this is harder than what I'm used to, but I recognize it. It's really fibrous little white layers that occur out here. Those are cool. I don't know the name.
and these fans were all going down to the Sacramento Delta.
Oh. Well.
Find more building rock.
Quartz medallion.
Alright, now Nate, check this out. This is what I see over in Morgan Valley.
Gold.
Look at the shell. Look at that. The creek is over there. Remember what I was going to say? What I see?
That's where we want to dig, is right there.
Dig out under all the bottom rock.
For gold.
That's where you'd mine. There's your shell.
Yeah. Wait for the water to flow. We're only, what, a mile away from the largest gold mine that has ever existed in California. The Homestead, which is right here.
And they're drilling down below the ocean floor. Or what was the ocean floor. This is still creek bottom.
Well, I can get below ocean floor. I just got to bring me out a shovel.
Hey, look, that shows that this hill above us here, above that creek line, isn't so much being pushed up. This here has all been worn down past that. That was deposited earlier when this valley sat higher, even just in an erosive relation with the hills. It's all being jacked up under the deep floor.
It sounds like lyrics.
Jacked up under the deep floor.